Hey guys and gals, my name is Scott, and today we're going to work through the largest number greater than twice of others problem on Leetcode. I'll let the cat out of the bag straight away. This is a really easy problem, nothing crazy about it. Most of the other videos I've made have involved some sort of clever data structure or algorithm that you need to solve the problem. In this case, it's just writing code and being a little bit clever in the way you go about doing it. So let's jump into it. We've got an array, nums. There is always exactly one largest element. We need to find if that largest element is at least twice as much as every other number in the array. Pretty straightforward and simple. So the trick here, it's not really even a trick, but what makes your solution better than other possible solutions is if you can do it in one pass through the array, meaning we only loop through the array one time, and you use constant memory. You don't use some data structure to store the entire array or anything like that. It's just a constant amount of memory that you're using. So while we're looping through the array, what do we need to keep track of? We need to keep track of the maximum element that we've seen. We need to keep track of the second maximum element that we've seen. Because if we have the second maximum element, then when the loop is over, we can check to see if the maximum element is indeed twice as much as the second maximum element, at least. And then we'll know whether or not what we should return, if we're returning that index or if we're returning -1. And since we're returning the index in the event that it is twice as large, we need to remember the index. So let's set those up. So our maximum value, we're just going to initialize these guys to -1. And then the index, -0, yeah. Alright, let's set up our loop to loop over this array. And typically when I make videos for more difficult problems, I'll solve the problem beforehand. We're just kind of winging it here. So all we need to do as we're looping through this array, for each element, we're going to see if the element we're looking at, nums of I, is greater than our max val. What do we need to do? Well, let's keep track of it real quick, because we're going to change the max val. Let's set our max val to be equal to nums of I. It's our new max. Now what's important here is to make sure that we update second as well. Right, because if we found a new maximum, then the old maximum is now our second highest value. And we need to remember the index. Alright. Else, if it's not greater than our maximum value, let's see if it's greater than our second maximum value. And that should be all we need to remember for the second max, because we don't need to remember its index, or we don't need to update some third max or anything like that. That should do it for our loop. When we get to the end of the loop, if the maximum value is greater than or equal to 2 by second max, return our index. If it's not, they want us to return -1. So let's run that and see if we have any syntax errors or anything like that. I can see one straight away, right? -1, that's not a thing. There we go. Line 19, error, not a statement. No, it is not. That is just a -1. You gotta bear with me, it's 7:30 on Christmas Eve. I'm a bit tired. Santa dropped this easy problem in my lap. So, alright, reach the end of the file while parsing. Let's see what is going on here. Looks good. Looks like I accidentally deleted a curly brace. Let's submit, see what happens. Hey, there we go. So, super easy problem. I made it more difficult than I needed to. Deleted a couple semicolon or curly braces here and there. But with problems like these, really what you want to try and do is make sure that you get your time complexity down to big O of n with just one pass through the array. And once you've ensured that your time complexity is just big O of n and you're just making one pass through the array, you also want to make sure that your space complexity is constant. You're just using constant space. And this is what I mean by constant space. We have 3 variables that we're updating. It's always going to be 3 regardless of how big nums is. So that's it. Hopefully this helped somebody out who might have been struggling with this problem. And see you guys next time.